Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. Looking for a vibrant community where faith meets empowerment? Welcome to the LRL community on Patreon. Here you'll gain access to our financial wellness plan to level up your money game and build your immune system, health and wellness lifestyle plan to keep your health in check. But that's not all. With the groundbreaking AIR project, we're creating jobs in Africa beginning in Ghana. Plus, you'll unlock insider tips from senior executives across industries. And the best part? Be part of daily prayers, weekly coaching sessions with Dr. Larry Reid himself, and so much more. It's time to connect, grow, and thrive. Get the apps, grab the merch, and join us at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let's build something amazing together. The LRL community is waiting for you. Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live show perspective. Purchase a copy today by logging on to LarryReidLive.com. That's LarryReidLive.com. Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the bell. Text LRL to 404-999-7527. That's the words LRL to 404-999-7527. And get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, then download the Patreon app and turn on your notifications. Get connected today.
A lie has been told to you, and you have believed it.
It still has such an intensity, and the energy and the vibration in that place, you can feel it once you arrive.
At that moment, they allowed me to release my emotion.
Columbus never set a foot on any American soil before he died.
The lie is being exposed.
This is for real. They took our strong and able people, but they could never take all Africans away. And today, we have returned in peace.
We're about to have a conversation. All right, welcome to Larry Live, your most favorite digital entertainment news show that is out here on the social media streets. If you can hear me well, let me know. We have had some problems. We're having to update. we're having to update all of our studios. So let me know that you hear me well by putting a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in there if you hear. Okay, good. All right, no more ones. But do let me know what city and state that you are watching from. And if you're watching from another country, please let me know in the chat. Not if you're from another country, but if you're presently right now watching and you're in another country, I am asking for you to hit like, hit share, and put in the chat and let me know where you're from. I want to make sure we're from coast to coast. Athens, Georgia, that's the East Coast. All right, I see that. Texas, we in Middle America. Brooklyn, we're in the North. Houston, Texas. Alabama, okay, we got the dirty. Charlotte, North Carolina. Rock Hill, South Carolina. What's that? Naples, Florida. Bowie, Maryland, Tallahassee, Florida. We got the East Coast. Here we go. West Covina, California. Oh, Thais is in here. That's LA. All right, we're from coast to coast. Chesapeake, Chicago. We got you. Bay Area, Shreveport. Y'all, we're all over. Tell each other hello, how you doing? Check on your nearest brown person and then your nearest white woke person. Because everybody is feeling a certain kind of way because of what's happening in our world. And I guess I ain't gonna make it no better because I'm gonna sit here and talk about it and run my mouth for about 45 minutes about it. So go ahead and get everything put in place. Give me about a good 45 minutes to an hour because I want to go watch the Thais show as I kick back and sip on something and chew on something until I go to sleep. Hey, Las Vegas, how you doing? I need a Las Vegas and a New Orleans trip and a beach in America, probably. Miami's the best beach in America, if you ask me. I need one of those trips right now. Let's just hop down there right quick. Fresno, California, Shamika. Shamika, I didn't know you were in Fresno. I did not know that. All right, Shamika. Shamika Corso. This ain't the proper platform for this, but when I said your name, I began to smell a wood table. And this wood table is a negotiating table. So I don't know what this paperwork is. I feel as though that it's connected to real estate. So this vision is from the Lord that the Spirit has given me and caused my eyes to see, to tell you to begin to reposition yourself or get yourself in a position and get ready to begin to do something in the world of real estate. But I feel like there's going to be a venturing out in order to do this, out from where you are. Okay. So there's a grace upon you for that now, because I said your name and my eyes seen it and my nose smelled it just as clear. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. This is going to be a fairly political show like it was last time. This was sort of like a political show last time. So that's what we're going to do this time, because that is what is happening in our world. And we need to really be in the know as relates to what is happening in our world. Okay. Are y'all ready to have that conversation? So and that's somebody from Goldsboro, North Carolina. I'm right neighboring where I was born in Goldsboro. That's correct. Wayne Memorial Hospital in 1978. All right, Goldsboro is in the house. Isn't that great? Okay, so let's first, before we get into that conversation about what happened today. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using the word demoted because some of the editors from different newspapers that I talk to are using the term demoted. Also, I saw it used on a very popular news channel. They're using the word demoted. So I have decided to use the word demoted, and you're going to understand what it means. He has the same position that Trump appointed him for, but he was acting out of order. And I'm going to tell you how Trump set him straight on today, which all of us knew that something of this nature was going to happen, and it's not over. There already is a split at the top, and there's going to be a split even more, a crater at the top. Those of you that are patrons and maybe you're in level 2 Patreon, tier 2, or you're in the celestial circle. So, and this is really for the celestial circle, but if you're a very faithful patron, it's for you too. 2 of our prophets and contractors will be in New York on next week, and they are planning to meet some of you. I saw Dr. Dominisha, so make sure you get in contact with Shamako, because he's going to be one of the prophets that's going to be up there, and they want to see everybody in that area, because we got members all over, we're literally all over the world, partners. But our most faithful partners, we're going to, in this year, in addition to us meeting up for reformations, and you should want to be a part of my Patreon, because we have a whole lot that we're doing over there that's just good for your learning. But we are doing reformations since the end of last year, meeting up in different countries and different cities here in America. And in addition to that, those that are contractors working with us are going to be meeting some of you right near where you are. We can drive 15, 30 minutes in order to see and to meet one of us. So Dr. Dominisha, make sure you hit Shamako up, because they want to see you on next week. Nicole Johnson, you're there in New York. Mother Diane, you're there. CJ, you're in Jersey. I actually think they're going to be staying in Jersey. They want to see you. So make sure that you prepare for that. And while you're here watching on Facebook, hit like. Please hit like Facebook. If you're over there on Facebook and you love the Larry Live platform, please hit like and share this, because this is going to be an educational conversation. But if you are in Patreon, you're welcome to all of our events. You missed Ghana, you missed Dubai, but the 17th through the 22nd, the 22nd is a Sunday, 8 a.m. You don't want to miss our kind of service, because we get all the way caught up into the realm. And you should be there right there with us. And then we're going to meet the rest of you in Spain. So it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. You ain't got to hit that. It's going to do it by itself. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to be wonderful. Now, we got to have a couple of conversations about what is happening in our world. So y'all notice the Larry Live show. So you ain't going to see that logo on. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about, there was a prophecy that was spoken in our community. Pretty sure other true, real prophets, futurists have mentioned this as well. But there is an increasing spirit of war that would invade our world, America, and possibly, I mean, really the entire world, the entire planet. But I'm in America, so I mainly, primarily see for America. And I talked about this some years ago, reiterated it last year, the end of last year, and of course, coming into this year. And I think because we are as we are, when we hear the word war, we think about the movies, we think about what we have heard and seen as relates to guns and machetes and swords. But there's different types and kinds of war. And America has been in a cyber war for several years. I think we're probably going on 10 years, if not more than that. But now we're in a tariff war. I want everybody to put in the chat, tariff war. What we are in the middle of as American citizens in a democratic republic, we are in the midst and bearing the brunt of a tariff war. And this is going to get ugly. Except that a miracle ministers to the presbyter, except that there's some intercession made, something to where he will have a change of mind. This is going to affect us, and we're going to be the casualties of war, which is right now, that's before us, the main thing is the tariff war. So in this energy of chaos and energy of war, it's important that you and I keep our eyes clear, our ears clear, and our heads clear. And we don't get caught up in all this bonga that is going on and frustrate ourselves and really destroy our whole nervous system. So just get accustomed to seeing war and not being war. Get used to seeing that 1,000 over here, 10,000 over here, falling here and there, but it not coming to your house. I want you to be at peace. I want you to be calm as these wars are happening: tariff, cyber, civil, political, religious. You stay calm. And as long as you maintain your love for self and God, all these things are going to work for your good. I want you to feel that, know that, and believe that 100%. All right. So tariff war. We had a president, Ronald Reagan, that spoke about tariffs. It's almost prophetic, because this video I'm about to play for you is from the 80s, and he talked about tariffs and waging war with tariffs and what kind of person would do this. Let's watch.
You see, at first, when someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. What eventually occurs is, first, homegrown industries start relying on government protection in the form of high tariffs. They stop competing and stop making the innovative management and technological changes they need to succeed in world markets. And then, while all this is going on, something even worse occurs. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. The result is more and more tariffs, higher and higher trade barriers, and less competition. So soon, because of the prices made artificially high by tariffs that subsidize inefficiency and poor management, people stop buying. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. The memory of all this occurring back in the 30s made me determined, when I came to Washington, to spare the American people the protectionist legislation that destroys prosperity.
Well. Did y'all hear that? It's as if he was looking into the future and telling us how to identify a leader who isn't putting the American people first. These tariffs are going to affect us except something miraculous happen. We saw something very powerful that transpired just the other day. I posted this picture here. I'm gonna see if I can put it in here. I should have put it in here, but I want y'all to look at this picture and I want you to soak it up. Where is the darn picture? Let me find it. I got it. You need the visual. You got to see it. You may have already seen it. If you watch my page, you have already seen this, but I want you to look at it right now again. Okay, here we go. I found it. I'm gonna have to put this in here from my laptop, Nancy. I want you to look at this, and I'm going to tell you what I said about it online and the interesting feedback that I got as a result of posting this here picture. All right, this is the picture that I posted. I want you to look at this picture. I want you to realize the environment. The environment is a Republican-controlled House. This happened on just yesterday. This Republican, Reid. This Republican-controlled House, Representative Al Green, the black man with the cane, he's Democratic and he's from Texas. And he stood up and disturbed the president's congressional address. I just say Thursday, I meant Tuesday. This happened Tuesday. I'm sorry. This just happened on Tuesday. This very controlled Republican House. He was saying in response to Donald Trump, because Donald Trump said he had a mandate. He said, you do not have a mandate to cut Medicaid. You do not have a mandate to cut Social Security. You do not have a mandate to injure the American people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a picture of the prophet's responsibility. This is a picture of every prophet's responsibility. I repeat, this is a picture of every prophet's responsibility. Do y'all see this? This is going to probably go down in history. I mean, you know, but then they're not recording stuff like this. They should have joined him and all got thrown out. I mean, in reality, really, they shouldn't have. But at least a few more people should have stood up, in my opinion, and began to make some kind of noise. Now, he went all the way. And he sounds, and I said this in my live yesterday, I said there's something terribly prophetic about this man's positioning in this ordeal. Terribly prophetic. And then I was sent this. Listen to the sound of his voice. Those of you that come from the old prophet, you know, thing, when people get stirred up and bubbled up in church and they say, thus saith the Lord, you know, oh, I see. You know how they used to do, get caught up, and then they start giving those messages from the spirit world and from the Lord. His voice, and when I heard this, I said, I knew, I sensed that there's something terribly prophetic about this man. Listen to him.
Used God to enslave my foreparents. You used God to segregate me in school. You used God to put me in the back of the bus. Have you no shame? God created every person in this room. Are you saying that God made a mistake? This is not about God, it's about men who choose to discriminate against other people because they have the power to do so. My record will not show that I voted against Mr. Cicilline having his rights. My record will show that when I had the opportunity to deliver liberty and justice for all, I voted for rights for all.
Did y'all hear that? Do you feel it? I feel it. Because not only is he speaking the truth to power, but he is rebuking the lack of humanity, the love of money and power, and the very fact that in those elected seats, they are supposed to be for us, but they aren't. And he's calling it out. He said, you used and manipulated God and religion to do these heinous things to others. Oh, we got to listen to that again. Let's listen again.
You used God to enslave my foreparents. You used God to segregate me in school. You used God to put me in the back of the bus. Have you no shame? God created every person in this room. Are you saying that God made a mistake? This is not about God, it's about men who choose to discriminate against other people because they have the power to do so. My record will not show that I voted against Mr. Cicilline having his rights.
This is a key point. He said, my record will show. How many of you can say, my record will show? And put this in the chat if it's true. My record will show that I voted for humanity. That part just stuck out to me because I was saying that since last November when I began to find out that many people that I respect that spoke well of Trump and voted for him. And that was just for me, that was it. That don't mean anybody's a false prophet, anybody can't hear from God, or they wrong and they're just terrible, throw them away. But your vote let me know who you are. I see a lot of people saying my record will show that I voted for humanity. See, it wasn't a vote for Trump or Kamala. It was a vote for humanity and money. Which one? We chose humanity. Come on, Prophet Green.
My record will show that when I had the opportunity to deliver liberty and justice for all, I voted for rights for all.
Larry did too. Man, I love that. All right, now before I tell you what happened at the showdown at the White House, I got one more thing I need to show you. And I loved this white man's commentary talking about America. Let me say something to you that now I'm hearing that I have been saying in my community ahead of everybody saying it. I was saying to my community this time last year that the American dream, two things, is a lie, and the American dream is in Dubai. It rhymes, so I said that. But ultimately, it's not just only in Dubai, but I just used Dubai. The American dream is not in America anymore. Can you put that in the chat? The American dream is not in America anymore. The American dream is not in America anymore. And this is, it don't matter what color you are. Now, we've always had to deal with America's hypocrisy as descendants of slaves. But a collective, and all of them don't look like me, are experiencing the venom of having an oligarchy running our nation. And this has been going on, you guys, even before now. Do not think that rich people were not running. I mean, just a handful of families, our country. But now it's in our face. And that's because of Pluto. I told you guys last year in January that Pluto was going to pull into Aquarius and then pull back into Capricorn, which is when Donald Trump was the president during the election. So it's going to be a rise of Trump energy, or either he's going to become the president. And then it moved back, Pluto back in Aquarius. When Pluto is in Aquarius, there is war in the world. Wealth changes hands. What is wrong gets unearthed out of the dark into the light, come from the bottom to the top. Everybody feels the need to express themselves and tell their story and their full truth, whether true or false. Pluto demands that everything comes on the forefront. Now, nobody can say that they do not know the true spirit operation of America. And we all have just been proven. It's just been proven to us all. Let me say that. It's just been proven to us all that our law don't mean shat. That the office of the presidency can be bought and occupied by somebody not qualified. We know now that our money can just be printed if we need it. It's not even backed by gold. A lot of people still think that ain't happened in decades. So everything that people thought about America has slowly but surely over the last few years, I'm going to say 12 to 15, especially since 2020, George Floyd, as I told y'all on the platform then, was white people's wake-up call. Because we already knew, but they saw it. And we watched them online crying, especially white women. I did not know. I did not know. So the American dream, everybody know right now, it's a lie. And for many of you listening to me, you're still trying to get to your dream and manifestation here on American soil, and you're not open enough to know that your American dream is actually in another place outside of America. In fact, some of you that are in music and you're singers and you trying to make your voice heard here in America, our market is saturated when it comes to music. It's saturated even when it comes to actors and acting. But in other countries, what you offer is not there. You can go there and become a multimillionaire and be known over there, and we'll never hear your name uttered in America. It's because of the way America is built and America is structured to keep all of us here working for about 45 years of our life. That Social Security number is literally that. America's security. That's what you are. You are owned by America to work and make the top look like the way it looks. And some people are okay with this. I'm about to show you a video, and this man talks about this. Some people are okay with that because they figure, okay, all of the big billionaires get the money, then it's going to be a trickle-down effect. That is true, but that is not what is happening in our world. Let's watch what he said. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention.
What used to be called trickle-down economics. You help the folks at the top, you boost the profits, you give them a tax cut, and it'll trickle down to a good job for me and all that. I'm going to be more nice now than I ought to be. There was a grain of truth to that, but it isn't anymore. And that's perhaps the most important thing that I can tell you. And I'll say it as bluntly as I know how. The American empire is over. We're done. We peaked about 12, 15 years ago, and we are on a down. And it's very hard for the American people, which I understand. I am one. It's hard to get your head around that. We've had a century of on the way up, which is a lot more fun than on the way down. But it does happen to every empire. We're only the latest. Look at the British, how far they've fallen. We're in that process. So the problem with the trickle down is, yeah, there might be more jobs, but they're going to be created in China. They're going to be created in Brazil. They're going to be created in India. They're not created here.
Now, did y'all hear that? I think we need to listen again. Let's listen again.
For what used to be called trickle-down economics. You help the folks at the top, you boost the profits, you give them a tax cut, and it'll trickle down to a good job for me and all that. I'm going to be more nice now than I ought to be. There was a grain of truth to that, but it isn't anymore. And that's perhaps the most important thing that I can tell you. And I'll say it as bluntly as I know how. The American empire is over. We're done. We peaked about 12, 15 years ago, and we are on a down. And it's very hard for the American people, which I understand. I am one. It's hard to get your head around that. We've had a century of on the way up, which is a lot more fun than on the way down. But it does happen to every empire. We're only the latest. Look at the British, how far they've fallen. We're in that process. So the problem with the trickle down is, yeah, there might be more jobs, but they're going to be created in China. They're going to be created in Brazil. They're going to be created in India. They're not created here.
I don't know how much clearer you can get. When you get white people talking like this, and going on camera talking like this, they are telling you something, a deeper truth. America that we built for white men is dying. How many of you been following the platform for the last 4 years? I told you guys in 21, I think it was. I may have said it in the 2020 in the closed community, that Africa is rising. So as America dies, Africa is going to rise and become a world power. Africa is getting back in her place as the mother of the land, El Kibam. So this is the worst of times, and it is the best of times. The Holy Spirit said to us in our closed community last month that this month shall mark the beginning of madness and miracles. So at the same time we're seeing this madness, we're also going to see miracles. And the miracles are going to be happening in the world of colored people. All browns. And when I say all browns, I'm not excluding white skin, because you brown, you're just a real light brown, like beige. But some of y'all too, who have been delivered of whiteness, understand your privilege, and you're constantly using your privilege to bring other browns up. You in this too. All of us, we about to rise. Those of us that are black and privileged like myself, who use their privilege to inform, educate, and advance other blacks, it's our time. Our time is here. While the madness is happening, listen to the Spirit of God, because he's going to give you a master strategy on how to move, what to do, and you're going to rise. And when you rise, every ship in that harbor, your family, your friends, and your community, you are going to be the reason everybody rise. All right? Okay, there's that. Now, let's get into what we went live for. Everybody hit like and hit share right now. And we're going to go ahead and get into this conversation of what just happened in the White House today. And it happened today. And this is terribly interesting to me. Let me see. Where is this at now? All right, I got it. Okay, so let me tell you the people that were in the room. It was his cabinet. You may ask, what the hell is his cabinet? Well, the vice president, number one, J.D. Vance. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. He was in the room. Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent. He was in the room. I'm naming for you the cabinet. I got 20 names to go. Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Secretary of Interior, Doug Burgum. Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins. Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. Secretary of Labor, Vince McCorn. Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Scott Turner. Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy. Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright. Secretary of Education, Linda McMillan. Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins. Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. Administrator of Environmental Protection Agency, Lee Zeldin. Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Russell Vaught. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Director of Central Intelligence Agency, John Ratcliffe. U.S. Trade Representative, Jameson Greer. Administrator of Small Business Administration, Kelly Loeffler. Last one, White House Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles. Now, these appointments reflect a mixture of former officials that have been brought back, also political newcomers, and allies from Trump's first term in 2024. So in this meeting, it got real messy. You know, the truth is always messier than making up a whole entire lie. That's a word for somebody. Okay. So much happened. You can actually get a transcript of it. It's in the New York Times, a great piece that they did to explain what happened today. So the first thing that gets said to Elon Musk, one of the first things, was from Secretary Collins, and I didn't tell you what his area is. He says they should not wield a blunt instrument and cleave off everyone from the VA. They needed to be strategic about this, Elon, with your ragged ass. Here you is cutting through everything, ain't thinking about nothing except your billionaire dollars, and you just cutting some of our friends that's rich like us and white like us. We don't want them to suffer like the 90%. We want to keep them in the top 10%, and we want to keep our white friends happy. And they got kids and they got little ones. See, all of this is because they feeling it. If he hadn't done none of this and they won't feeling it, this won't be the conversation. But because Elon done went in there and they're doing this, that, and the other, now these white folks saying, wait a minute, white immigrant from South Africa, you need to stop your shat because you're doing too much now. You're messing with whiteness, white dollars. You're messing with white dollars. And then someone else speaks up, Duffy. And Duffy says, and I'll tell you what his department is. Duffy says, what am I supposed to do? I have multiple plane crashes to deal with right now. Your people want me to fire more air traffic controllers. Pointing at Elon. What am I supposed to do with your ragged ass? Do you know what Musk said to him? Your assertion is a lie. Now, I want y'all to understand, this is not an elected officer. He shouldn't be in the room. This is not someone who was voted to be in his position. This is just like President Trump calling Larry Reid and said, can you run the finance department for the free world? Because you did real good with NBN Network, used to live in your car, and now you're doing all right. They say you're a millionaire, and you're a black man become a millionaire in America. I know that's a hard feat, so I think you're the person for the job. This is how strange this is. And it's like collectively, America is not like, what the It's almost like we're just taking this, we're getting on our stomach, we're lubing up. No, we're getting on our stomach, opening it up our bread basket and say, just push it in there. Don't spit on it. Don't put no P. Diddy baby all on it, and just put it in as deep as you want to, over and over and over and over and over and over. You ain't got to go slow, just rip us open. It's like we just volunteer for this. We, the people, got the power. This man ain't got no business in this cabinet meeting. He ain't got no business being a part of the cabinet. We didn't ask for his ass to be there. Y'all know when I start doing them fake muted cuss words, Jeremy done came in the room. Your assertion is a lie. Now, throughout all of this that was happening, do y'all know the Presbyterian, president, businessman, entertainer? The Presbyterian sought his old wrinkled up, raggedy bread basket in that chair, marinating and didn't say shit. He folded his arms and set them upon his big old belly. Pop popcorn while watching his white favorites fight. He sat there in that chair, wide as ever, full of McDonald's and Burger King and Golden Corral. And just watch like a tennis match. That's what New York Times said it did. And then finally, he said something. And this is what he said. He said, from now on, the secretaries will be in charge, Ilana. Elon Musk, the secretaries shall be in charge from now on. And you and your ragged ass team just going to operate as advisory. I was glad when they said unto me that Elon Musk is no longer welcome in the house of the Lord. This is very interesting to see Donald Trump, Elon Musk, both with failed businesses up under their belt, which is pretty normal for somebody who is, building wealth. You go through bankruptcy, you go through some everything. But exceptionally, these men has experienced some serious losses. And then we hand them the United States Incorporated for them to try to figure out how to make America, the business, better. And these people thinking because they had great businesses that they can just run a country. Hell no. And when it comes to global affairs, you got that video, Nancy, of me when I'm talking about what's going to happen. It's the one didn't I show it to you the other day? I said pull this and put it in there. Yes. Okay, let's take me to that Dropbox. Let me play this. This is one thing that we're going to be having an issue with Trump. You don't know where's that? What? You must don't know where it's at. If just tell me you don't know where that. When you do like that and you waste my time, I get irritated. That means you don't know where it's at, right?
No, I know where it is. I just gotta find the folder I created. It's titled something Donald Trump.
Is that it? Okay, you got the clip though, and then none of them ain't the clip. Remember, I just sent to you something. I said, Kendall, make sure you pull this right here. That ain't what I asked you to do. Okay, let me see if I can find them. Oh Lord, that worried me when this go like this. What are you talking about?
March 16, 2016.
That is not it. It was the one that I sent you that I said, I think it's from February the 17th. Is that right? It right there? No, it was a recording of that. That's the whole video. I don't want that. I sent to you. Let me look in your text. What do you mean you don't know if I sent it? I did send it to you. Oh my God. I said, pull this video. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I'm coming. But I want y'all to see this video. But clearly. And I got to see if I can dig it up again. Why is it so difficult to hold to this clip? Nah, I just found something I ain't even know I had. Let me send this to you just in case we gotta go in here and pull this. But that ain't the one. This is a clip put on Larry Live platform about Donald Trump. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. All right, I'm about to show y'all something. How can I do this? Let me see if I can do it from here. Okay, y'all still there? I'm sorry, I'm about done. Everybody hit like, everybody hit share. I'm coming. There are 2,135 of you watching. We can probably get up to 4,000 if everybody right now would hit like on Facebook and hit like on YouTube. We can probably get up to 4,000 viewers between Facebook and YouTube if everybody work hard at it right now. Give me about 2 minutes just to load this in here, and I'll it's gonna be all right. Oh Lord. Okay, so let me try. I got to pull it up in the other thing. Let me see if I can do that. I'm sorry to have y'all waiting, but it's Kendall's fault. Let's just blame Kendall together in concert. I did. I ain't asked you to do that. Y'all can't hear Kendall going back and forth with me. You know, he's a little fussy man. So fussy. You know, in our community, is Mako is the main fusser, then it's Kendall. I ain't even on that list. I'm just so nice and just sweet as pie. I'm just sweet as pie. Just so kind. I'm so kind. All right, so I think I got this worked out. Okay, so let's look at this. Listen to what I'm going to say, and this is from. Well, I think the video is going to go and show the date when it was. I think it's February the 17th, 2000. And so now I'm fat. Y'all see all that jaw and all that neck? That's cabbage, macaroni and cheese, fried pork chop, honey butter, bread slid through the honey butter. All that right there. Thanksgiving. Y'all see that? Ain't nothing wrong with my eye. It's just the glasses. That was 2017, February the 17th, 2017. You're going to see, because this is someone recording me saying this from the video on my page, and then they sent it to me, okay? So you're going to see. Listen to this. 2017. And let me know, does it sound familiar? All right, let's go.
A war in the White House.
That's what it's going to be, like a war in the White House. And we as a people in our country are not going to have much confidence anymore. I mean, across the board as it relates to our government, because what he exposed and what is going to be exposed is going to let us know that it is a game, an ego struggle, a power struggle, a battle of beliefs and values and points of views and opinions. That reminds me, because of how I was raised in the church. It reminds me of the church. That's what it's going to be like. But this is going to be so pivotal to cause such a unity that's going to happen in areas where there has been disunion amongst the people. And we're going to begin to see a people's government, for the lack of better words, according to the visions I've had. We're going to see a people's government or people's union or people's unity is going to rise, and we as a people are going to connect with each other in a much deeper way because of what we're going to discover about those people who should have been making policy with the people in mind. But according to my visions, that's not the case. And it's going to cause America to lose her space that she feels as though she is occupied in the eyes of the countries. And it's not going to be that good, but at the same time, on the level of the people, it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Now, does that sound like it's happening now? Now, this kept happening all 2016, 17, 18, vision after vision concerning Donald Trump and the government. In one of these visions, and if you heard me say this, please put it in the chat. I was getting out the shower, my foot hit the ground, and a split happened from my shower. When I looked in the distance, it went all the way to DC and went through the Capitol building. How many of you remember me saying it's going to be a split at the top? And I said, I saw the Capitol building split down the middle. That was prophetic and foreshadowing the energy that we're in now, even from January the 6th happening to now. So this is how come I say I believe that for us as the people, if we just listen, we're in a series in our close community, and it's the theme of the month is navigating the unknown. I feel like if you and me can get very clear, focused, meditative, prayerful, we data collect, we listen to the futurists, the prophets that are futurists, not just any prophet. Hear me. Right now, you can't just be listening to just any prophet. You got to be listening to a prophet who is a futurist. And also, this is something I got to add now, who preaches, teaches, and exemplifies liberation. If your prophet, through word, deed, action, does not push, promote liberation of all, justice for all, wrong prophet. If your prophet does not stand on the side of humanity in all things, even to their own expense and demise, wrong prophet. Xavier Jackson, you late. Read the room. Y'all come in, read the title and read the room. You're late. Yeah, it doesn't happen. Xavier, that's different. I ain't gonna be too hard on you because I like your first name. That was what me and Lisa were gonna name my son. Oh God, but it ain't happened. Well, it happened, but he died. Lord. Jesus. All I wanted was a son, Lord. But I'm really thankful for the two daughters that you gave me that's wearing the hell out of me right now. I don't even really, well, one of them I still sort of like, but I don't really like both of them right now. I love them, but I don't really like them right now because they don't care about me. I don't care about you neither. You don't respect me. I don't respect you neither. I'm just going to feed you because I got to. But when you hit that magic number, you got to go get that money on your own because you don't respect me. I don't respect you. That's me and Lisa talking today. You hearing our exchange right now because we both said it. And whatever we don't like what they're doing, I said, this your child. You know, it's your child. That ain't mine. Mm-mm. But I think if we are quiet enough inside of ourselves, I think we're going to be able to navigate all of this that is and all of what is happening. Okay? And I'm complete, aren't I? I'm done. Please take a moment. Oh, if you enjoy, I didn't do this last time. And y'all, today is 7. Let's do sevens. $7.77. Now, on the left, that means it go in my pocket. That means you want me to go to McDonald's. I ain't going to McDonald's for nothing. On the right, that is for the ministry. Both of them, though, is tax deductible. Taruma, that's Dr. Larry D. Reid Ministries Incorporated. On the right, that's the MBN network. Let's suppose you need to drop hundreds of thousands of dollars somewhere because you got to file your taxes and you done made too much money and you need a 501c3 compliant nonprofit, not just a nonprofit, but a 501c3 compliant. That's us over there on the right, the mbnnetwork.org. And 10% of everything you give goes into missions in Africa. Venmo @MBN Network. Cash out $ MBN Network. What are we giving? $7.77. This isn't a seed. This is just a donation cause the information I shared. You like the show. It's Friday night. I entertained you. I made you laugh. I made you think. Zelle info@the mbnnetwork.org. Remember, it's always .org, no .coms when it comes to the ministry. .coms is when it comes to me. But when it comes to the ministry, it's .org. You can go to pushpay.com/G/the MBN network. That link, once you use it once, you can always go back to it anytime you want to. Anytime you want to. And you can text the word give to 404-800-4530. That's the word give to 404-800-4530. If there's anybody in the chat that just feels like, I want to do a sizable donation, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. We can receive that electronically as long as your bank and your credit card say you can donate it. But we can only receive it through the mbnnetwork.org, the PayPal function. We can receive it there. If your bank lets you, we can also receive it through the text to give. There's no limit there. I think PushPay, your limit is $7,500 a day. So we can receive some of that there as well. Thank you so much for trusting this platform with your donation. And some of y'all are sending me, thank you. Hey, I see $888.77. Thank you, Carissa Bone, T, Dr. Dominisha, Lashika. I see you. Thank you so very much. Now, this is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to get off and go watch Ty East. He already live? Well, how long you been live? Okay, I'm going to go over there with it. You said Zelle is acting up. You ain't spelled it right. Zelle don't never fail, baby. It don't never fail. Let me put it back up because you might have spelled it wrong. Oh, and I got Zelle covered up. No. Zelle don't never mess up. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Did you enjoy? You say you have to send check. That's fine. That address, 780 Morosco Drive. We receive them too in money orders all the time. 244-224. Make sure you make it out to the MBN network. Not Larry Live. Then that goes into a whole nother account and everything. Yeah.
You say you don't see. But you know, when you get used to it, if you're used to eating that, you develop an acquired. I think beer is horrible. Absolutely. In fact, from the party, somebody had left that I now know is a can of beer, like 5 of them at the bottom of the refrigerator. And I said, "Oh, what is this?" And I read it, and nothing on it said beer. It made me feel like it was just some fabulous drink. I opened that thing up, and I put my lips punched it and sipped it. I said, "Oh no." You have to keep doing that over and over to make you woozy and drunk and feel good 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 25 times, and then eventually you start liking it. That got to be the way that it is. Go. It's horrible. Look, alcohol don't be good. Not to Larry. The only way alcohol is good if you take a little piece of it. This to my lips now. If you take a little piece of it, mix it with some pineapple juice, maybe a little bit of Sprite, and then whatever liquor of your choice. Maybe you want to drop down. Maybe I'm talking about a sangria. Put some little chunks of some fruit in there, and then you put some little bit of simple syrup. It gotta be sweet. It gotta be sweet. It gotta be sweet. Somebody said beer is only good in a seafood boil. Yeah, beer is good. Latrice, she makes a spaghetti out of Heineken. Oh my God. You talking about some kind of good. Yeah, beer is good for in cooking. But alcohol straight ain't even well, the only alcohol that tastes okay straight to me is that what's that Italian liquor you put in Amarosa sour? Am I saying it right? Amarosa is a person. Amarella. What, how you say it? It's Amarella. Amarosa. Amarella sour. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. That liquor in that drink you by itself, that's good. It's still a lot. And then that liquor that they put inside of the what's that? They put it inside the rum. Coconut rum by Malibu. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Moscato. Well, Moscato, they tell me, I like Moscato. They say it ain't really alcohol. It ain't but like 5%, sometimes as much as 11%. But that's good. All them Stellas, they're good. Let me quit talking about this because some of my friends say, do not talk about alcohol because you drink lady drinks. I don't care. No, listen, I am secure in who I am. If I like drinking, who was that? What's she saying? No, I don't. You know, my mama scared the hell out of all of us. Let me see. My mama just asked me something. What is this here they're asking me? Okay. Hold on. Tamara, what you saying?
Say amaretto.
Amaretto sour. Am I saying it right? Well, that's it right there. She's right. Amaretto sour. Is it true that tequila make you horny? I'm gonna see what the chat saying. It's true. Miss Pat said yes. Shamika Corso said yeah. Somebody said child. Is everybody saying yes?
I would like to feel horny. So I ain't got no tequila. Have I gotten? I got a whole bar here, y'all, and I don't never drink it. It's for parties, and I ain't had but 2 since I've been here. Say it again. So tequila makes you horny. But I do know tequila is the only alcohol that doesn't have calories or fat. It's something. It's the healthiest. Yeah, it's the healthiest. Oh, Miss Pat said it don't get her horny. Somebody, Barbara said, yes, Lord. You said not that commercial tequila. Oh, yes, indeed. How you doing, Apostle? I ain't seen you in the chat and I don't know how long. Let's see. You might be right, Iris. I ain't said nothing. You said gin make you sin. I ain't never had that. Tequila get me right. There's quite a few people that's saying that. Hold on, is Don Julio tequila? That ain't bad. Don Julio is not bad. That's pretty almost good. Pretty almost good. Nearby. I don't know Casamigos. I know that's tequila, but I don't know if I had it. After Junior drink that. Okay. I think I'm complete. I think I want to get me tequila. I just want to feel the horny part. I mean, just to see what it make me do. How much you got to drink? It's just a shot or get you horny? Joy, tell me you basically a bartender. So, Joy. So how much I got to drink to feel the horny part? I would like to be horny. Joy, I'm asking you a question. You know I don't know. Let me drop the link and tell me, Joy. 3 shots. I'm only 180. Well, I gotta tell y'all the truth. I done gained about 7 pounds. I'm 184 pounds. Oh, she calling me. Okay, tell me.
So you got to get you a nice smooth anheyo, and you want a sipping tequila. You don't want to do shots because that'll take you out. Get you a sipping tequila. You can do a nice smooth anheyo or a Joven. And you sip on it. And you could take, if you make it like a double shot and just sip, it'll slip you right in there. And you'll be able to participate if you need to.
And it ain't nobody to participate with except myself. I mean, there is somebody, somebody's, but I okay, text that to me, and I'm gonna do it.
And I'll send you some brands that I think is better because I got one that tastes like water. You won't even know it's coming.
Oh, I like that.
Exactly.
And tell me what to do. Cause I just want to feel the horny, but I just want to feel it to say, okay, I know firsthand that this makes you horny.
I got you. I'm gonna text it to you.
Okay.
And send you a picture.
Thank you so. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. And I'm gonna come back and tell y'all if I got horny or not. Now let me ask y'all this: when you get horny, did that mean you get hard too? I don't think I experience horny. I think I'm always ready to engage in spirituality or sexual, anything that's the same energy. I'm always ready for that. I like to feel what it feels like to feel horny. That's my goal for. You said thumping like a rapper. Oh, okay. But yeah, I want to know. I would like to know what it takes to become horny. And I want to feel it. So then I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell y'all. I'll probably tell my closed community. But I'm going to come back and tell y'all what happened. Women, does it make your clitoris stand up strong? If it does that, then it'll do. I mean, because the clitoris and the peen, they're very similar. Why y'all telling me to log off? I'm dead serious. I want to know. I do not know these things. This job has educated me in so many different things. Look. Me too, Lisa. Oh my God. Miss Pat, why you telling me to log off? What? Oh, I understand that, Queen of NC. Okay, Lakeisha, you pleading the fifth. You're going to text me and tell me what it is. You're going to tell me. I did not know. Oh, Naomi says she'll pulsate? Okay, well then, and that's what tequila? So that's going to make me pulsate then. Because it's the same thing. Okay. Wait a minute, Shamika. Tequila can make your legs go numb, I know. How about the third leg? Will it make that go numb? If so, please let me know right now. Before I go do what Joy is telling me to do. You said no, keep going. I want to learn more. What you want to learn, baby? I gave you about 5 minutes. I got to go watch Thais though. What you want to know? Oh, okay. You said it's a Patreon conversation. Yeah. Y'all be saying I'm wild. I just say out loud what y'all be thinking. That's all. That's it. Okay, this I feel like this might be the truth. Everybody intake and experience is different. Everyone effect isn't the same. I feel like that's probably the truth. Wait a minute, what you say? Oh, really? I didn't know you was a mixologist. All these years I've been knowing you. You said, watch out, Lisa, here he come. Let me ask y'all this. Once y'all think about exes having sex, Lord, how did this show get to this? What do y'all think about exes having sex? Put it down in the chat. Let me know. What y'all think about exes having sexes? What y'all think about it? Hey, Larry, I want to know what should we be investing in right now? In and everything outside of America. I mean, the reality is the stock market is on sale. I mean, you can put some money up in that for investment. Stock market growth annually is normally between, if it's a bad year, 6%, good year, 10, 12%. Real estate annual appreciation somewhere between 3 and 4, sometimes 6%. But if you put a tenant in that property that's in a good location, you'll get the increase on the value of that property and that tenant paying you money every month. And that can put you around about the same kind of yields annually that the stock market boasts that it gives. So those are going to be the top 2 things that I would suggest. And creating intellectual property, books, writing, or e-books, and courses. You got to think intellectual property isn't always viewed as a valuable investment, but it is. I hope I answered your question. You said that's a dangerous game with exes. I agree. Great answer, Joy. Yeah, other markets, other stock markets, and you can do it through some of these apps. You might have to get in relationship with some of the brokers in that country.
In some of these countries, you have to be a citizen or a resident. I know in Dubai, you got to be a resident. But some others is not like that. Get into these other markets that are growing. America's already seen her peak. I think this is wisdom. You won't move forward. Chances they left each other for a reason, especially if they are in an exclusive relationship. I agree. All right, y'all didn't have a lot of stuff to I made you smile, Miss Bonnie. I'm glad I did, Bishop Bonnie. Okay, I'm complete. I'm done. I did my part. I hope you enjoyed it. Hold on. If both parties are free, not involved, I'm cool with it. If the X was a healthy split, meaning just grew in different directions, toxic X, no. Agree. You said it's okay as long. Do y'all do know we're in a different world now? When you're dating, you can still be fucking other people unless you are dating exclusively. Yeah, I know that. I ain't neither. I just found it out. Oh, you did it, Rhonda, and it didn't feel the same? That means you changed. You can do the bit off just grabbing the rolls or get you one of them 6, 7, 8, 10, 12-inch dildos. Let me see. Oh, you're just a wine drinker. Okay. You know, when people get wine in them, they tell the truth. Ooh. God, they tell the truth. Right. Dr. Dominique, we're in a new era. Right. Communication is key. Let's make sure you're communicating with the person or persons you're sleeping with. You should try 1800 cucumber and jalapeno tequila mixed with pineapple. Oh, that sounds everything in it I like. Text me that, Tim. I ain't gonna remember when I get off. Yes, Tamara, some people need 12 inches to hit all their spots. That's why I said 6, 7, 8, or 12. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk about this, then I'm going to get off the line. You know, I was watching somebody going through it online back and forward. Right down this timestamp. I was watching somebody online going back and forward about the use of the N-word. Now, Nigga is one of my most favorite words. Absolutely. It's a word of endearment. That's what it is for me. For me, it's also comedic relief. It's great to add that in front of an expression or at the end of an expression, and it itself can actually be comedic relief. Nigga. I understand those that say, you know, the older ones, this word Nigger is what we hear when you say Nigga. And that feels wrong for us to say so haphazardly when that word was used to demean and devalue our people. I lean to the side of, I take what you called me, the word that you used to injure me, and I take ownership of that word, and I change the letters around and make it Nigga to mean something that only me and mine can understand. And you don't get the right to use this word anymore in a negative sense towards me, and you can't even use this word publicly or say it publicly because now we own the word. That's how it is for me. Now, I don't say it all the time when I'm live because I know different people feel certain kind of ways. But if you catch me when I'm not on this camera, you liable to hear several negations of all different types and kinds. Sometimes I describe what's going on in the black, white, brown inner community as niggerment. But that's me. You don't have to agree with me. You can continue to not like the word. I'm going to do my best when I'm live to not use the word anymore like I used to every live show. But if you call or text me, prepare for several different ways of using the N word. Amen and amen. All right, I'm done. All right. Lisa, you said, can I use the word? Let's look at you. Yeah, you a nigga. If you want one, then I will say, I'm caught. You just wanted to put types up. You black. So of course you can use the word. It's ours. The hell? Yeah, God. All right. I'm gonna let you. That's one of my most favorite ways to say that word like this. You'd be like, yeah, God. That's like, listen, when I tell you that just resonates in my soul, when somebody done did something that don't make no sense, it's not one of us. Yeah, God. There ain't nothing else to fit. That's the only thing that fit. Yeah, God. What is you thinking? Yeah, God. Y'all know it worked. Yes, I do. 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 Okay. Yeah, it works. And it's my word. All white LRLers, Asian LRLers, or anything else that's brighter, near like white. You cannot, up under no circumstances, say that in public. Now, when you listening to our hip hop rappers that's using that in their songs, and you by yourself getting ready in the shower, sing it, and you can sing you can say Overton, 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 Overton again. But don't come out here in the public and say that word, especially in 2025. You liable to go home without a neck. And I don't want that to happen to you because you need your neck. So don't say that out here in the public in front of anybody if you want to keep fingers, toes, eyeballs, ears, or wake up dead. You do not want to say that publicly, or you might wake up tomorrow morning dead. Don't do that. All right? All right, let me go. I'm gonna play this song. Did y'all give? If y'all did, I can play this song. I don't care about the monetization. But it's my song, but they won't let me make no money on it. Listen, I want you to sing this song, God Don't Play About Me, every lyric, because in it I put a prayer, and then I also put a prophetic declaration about your enemies. When it says, I'll sit back, I'm gonna watch them all, one by one they fall, and nobody answered their call. God, it really don't play about me. Don't play about me. God really don't play about me. Okay? Go ahead, sing it.
Community, where faith meets empowerment. Welcome to the LRL community on Patreon. Here you'll gain access to our financial wellness plan to level up your money game and build your immune system, health and wellness lifestyle plan to keep your health in check. But that's not all. With the groundbreaking AIR project, we're creating jobs in Africa beginning in Ghana. Plus, you'll unlock insider tips from senior executives across industries. And the best part? Be part of daily prayers, weekly coaching sessions with Dr. Larry Reid himself, and so much more. It's time to connect, grow, and thrive. Get the apps, grab the merch, and join us at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let's build something amazing together. The LRL community is waiting for you.